Welcome to Ellam, Inba.
Namaskaram. I'm very happy to share some of my thoughts on the legendary Carnatic musician Smt Vasanthakumari. ML Vasanthakumari, or MLV as she was fondly referred to, belongs to this modern female trinity musicians along with icons MS Subbalakshmi and DK Pattamal. If MS was known for her tremendous sense of proportion in her singing and a refined musical quality, DKP for her strict adherence to classicism and tradition, then MLV was the effortless creative genius. The Carnatic music genre, what is so special about it is the concept of ragam. Ragam is the very essence of our music. And this concept was understood so well by all the greats, and they brought in their own understanding, their own distinctive styles of singing. MLV followed the GNB style of singing. She was the disciple of the great legend G.N. Balasubramaniam, but at the same time, she had her own unique style. This is seen when you hear her exploration of ragas in concerts. When she developed an alapana in a raga, say Todi or Kalyani, she would always start with a flourish and just establish its identity and then slowly develop it step by step. I think she just enjoyed performing Manodharmam, so you will see her always singing long stretches of alapanas which would go on for 10 to 15 minutes. And again, she had a mind-blowing gamut of ragas which she brought onto the stage. So ranging from bigger ragas like Kalyani and then going on to Madhimavati, Athana, Puri Kalyani, and then much lesser known ragas like Natabhairavi, Andolika, Mand, Sindhu Bhairavi, which would again keep appearing even in form of Virithams or in the Swara Prastaras or in the part of the Ragam Tanam Pallavis in the Kalpana Swara section. And of course, her speciality was her unique voice, which was also full of briga-laden voice that she had. Her voice was a very distinct quality she had to her voice, which was like a double-reeded sound, which was like the sound of a temple bell ringing. And when she sang those brigas in that voice, it would be magical to hear and it'll leave you breathless and stunned sometimes. She incorporated all these brigas so beautifully in all her ragas. At the same time, keeping in mind the musical sensibility of the ragam, never compromising on that. But all her brigas were rendered with such precision and clarity. She would start with smaller phrases of brigas, slowly develop them, and by the end of it, you would have a huge briga cascading sometimes over 2 octaves, which would just leave you stunned and in awe. Her rendition of Kalpana Swarams were also very unique to her own style. She mainly sang Sarvalagu Swarams. She never did too many mathematical calculations, but at the same time, she kept spontaneously rendering a lot of patterns in her swaras, which was just very fascinating and really a masterclass for students. Of course, MLV has contributed hugely in tuning such beautiful compositions which have been brought to the Carnatic music stage. She was one of the forerunners to bring Purandara Dasa kritis to the Carnatic music stage, and she has composed some of them, tuned some of them in such beautiful ragas, ranging again from a variety of ragas like Sindhu Bhairavi or a Mand and even a Riti Gaula or a Basant. So she even took ragas from Hindustani styles and brought her own aesthetic in tuning all these compositions. I have been very fortunate to have had a personal connect with MLV because of my guru, Smt Charumathi Ramachandran. My guru is one of the foremost disciples of the legend MLV, and she herself is a wonderful, great senior musician herself. And I have been lucky to have imbibed some of MLV's values in her music through my guru. I think MLV she just loved her exploration of the raga, as I said before. At the same time, gave a lot of value to her compositions. She never compromised on the Padhantara of all her compositions. But she always gave a lot of importance to both Manodharmam and the compositional singing in all her concerts. Any Manodharmam aspect that she explored, she did it with such ease, such effortlessness, at the same time highly creative, which would just leave you stunned and breathless when you listen to them. And a kind of a nonchalance when she sang all her ragas and her kalpanaswaras. That is a true mark of a great genius, a great artist. I'm really happy that Team Mohana is celebrating MLV this year, and I wish them all success in their endeavor, and I hope they have a great program. Thank you so much.
Tadarinna